Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today from Bike Fitchburg, right here in Fitchburg, because it's in the name. Steve Arnold. You may remember Steve, former alder, former mayor, still biking.
Still biking.
Still biking.
After all these years.
That's all right. Well, you look good for biking, right? I mean, you just told me biking's what keeps you young.
Thank you. Yes.
Well, that was the summary of the conversation. We'll leave it at that.
But. Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Hey, you're here because we got some exciting news. Fitchburg adding not one, not two, not three, four friendly businesses as we rise. I'd like the city rises to fifth in the nation for biking. First off, what are the bike-friendly businesses? What's that program?
So the National League of American Bicyclists, we call them the Bike League, recognizes in their Bicycle Friendly America program communities and businesses and universities, and they rank the states. And so a business that has worked to become bicycle friendly can apply to be recognized, and they give them awards at bronze up through platinum level. And since 2022, Fitchburg Chamber and the city and Bike Fitchburg as partners have pursued a business outreach involving getting proper bike parking at businesses, and for the retailers, the Bicycle Benefits Retail Incentive Program, usually a discount of some kind for those who arrive by bike, and applying for and being recognized as bicycle-friendly business by the National Bike League. And so we've been working on it for a number of years, and there's 3 rounds of awards a year. And so far we've had awards each time this year, so our latest 4 awardees were announced this morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, and they are Flight Wine and Bourbon Bar and Tati Company, coffee shop and marketplace over both in Terra Vista, both got bronze. And the Thirsty Goat, which had previously gotten an honorable mention when they applied 2 years ago, came in at silver, as did
Limerick Senior Apartment and Townhomes.
Yes,
I was here
Limerick.
to back you up.
We're up to 31, and that makes us 5th in the nation, as you pointed out. Limerick, when they came in, they were great. They got a BCycle station installed right in front of the building there on Lacey Road, and they provide free rides to their residents. So on a ride-at-a-time basis, you pick up a card for a free ride whenever you need it. And because they're senior apartments, and because the senior center is 1.6 miles right down Lacey Road, although there is a hill, these are e-bikes, and so it's very easy. And so sometimes when you're elderly, you lose your ability to drive or drive safely. And so folks can take e-bikes down the side path, the Lacey Greenway, right to the senior center.
I'm going to take this off course for a second, but it seems to me like e-bikes in popularity have grown substantially. And
it's been crazy.
And whatever side you fall on it, I think ultimately it's good. But I think it allows people of all ages, to continue to bike and to have some assistance in biking, allowing you to do that exercise. I mean, it's pretty darn cool.
E-bikes are a great boon for bikers who get older and their fitness levels go down. It's great for couples who have different levels of fitness. And having the BCycle system, which we'll talk about later, in Fitchburg is an important extension of the transit system. So we have 3 main bus routes that come through the city, but they don't go everywhere. But the BCycle stations are all spread out, so you can take your BCycle to Hatchery Hill and hop on the B line and go straight downtown on BRT-style buses.
Well, and I think that's where I was going to go with is infrastructure is like top-notch here too. So when I think of Limerick up to the senior center, Lacey Road got had the major reconstruction. Part of that is that pedestrian lane and the bike lane in there. I mean, those type of improvements, i.e., I think roping it back into this, that also makes a difference because you're creating that access overall in the system.
I'm going to put my Bike Fed hat on. I am also a board member of the Bike Fed.
I knew this was coming.
And we are currently, so the state budget passed, so we lobby at the state level. State budget passed, but without a reauthorization of the Knowles-Nelson Stewardship Program. And the Stewardship Program has done many projects in Fitchburg, including that bike side path. And right now there's a standalone bill from a Republican and a Democrat to reauthorize it. And if outdoor recreation and park improvements and conservation land are important to you, talk to your state senator and your state representative. In Fitchburg, that's Representative Randy Udell and Senator Melissa Ratcliffe, and let them know that you support the reauthorization of Knowles Nelson.
And
so lobbying hat off.
All right. I mean, as we go through this interview, there's more reasons why that the infrastructure is really important, because Fitchburg has embraced the biking community. One of the events that's surrounding the bike is Bike the Berg, and we're having a wrap-up party this year.
Sure.
It's going to be exciting. Tell us the deets.
So this is the this is the 5th year of Bike the Berg, which is our citywide challenge. Basically, it's just a low-pressure, easy thing to do. Keep track of your own miles, but go 150 miles, optional T-shirt. And so we're celebrating the 5th year of Bike the Berg with a wrap party. Chamber is putting it on at the Agora Pavilion on October 10th, so the challenge runs through September. That is also the time that we will be presenting the awards to our new bicycle-friendly businesses and honoring all 31 bicycle-friendly businesses in the city. There'll be games and snacks, and the top riders will get awards, and I think there'll be door prizes too. So come out, public is welcome. 5 o'clock to 7 on October 8th.
Bike the Berg wrap-up party is at Agora Pavilion, 5500 East Sherrill Parkway, 5 to 7 p.m. October 8th. Make sure you have it on your calendar, and we will be there, Steve, to cover that as well.
If you don't know the place, it's the high-tech tent where the farmers market is held.
The pavilion, come on, it's the pavilion, man.
That's right, our pavilion.
It's the pavilion. All right, Rides for Joe continues.
So, we ride out of the senior center. These rides are geared for seniors, but everybody is welcome, and they go out at 10 o'clock, get there a little early for bike checks for on the first Wednesday of each month. So we'll be going out on September 3rd and October 1st. Those will be the last 2 rides for Joe of the season. We usually offer 2 distances, so 8 to 10 miles and 15 to 20 miles, and we all ride together and often take like a figure 8 or something, so people who are just getting back into it can take it a little easy. Many e-bikes, many manual bikes. Don't have to be a specific kind of biker to ride with us. And we try to showcase Fitchburg's infrastructure, so we try to take people on trails in new neighborhoods that they might not have seen. Last time we went on the new Juanita path that connects the neighborhood north of Goodland Farms Park up to Lake Farms Park, which allows you to do a whole loop of Lake Wabisa without going out on Lake Farms Road, which is a little dicey.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's cool. And if that isn't enough for you there, you could also try out the Pick Me Up at the Border event, which, the guys pick on me here because I'm always like, well, I'd take the short route if I was taking the route. There's 3 routes, but Pick Me Up the Border. Tell us a little bit about the event. It's fun.
Okay. So Bike Fitchburg is a nonprofit. It's our annual signature fundraiser ride. And there's a lot of rides in Wisconsin, so we try to make it special. And so we ride to the Illinois border and back at night on gravel for the most part. So we leave from the Seminole Tap, and people can go at their own speed and their own distance. So we have people who take families and they ride just to the edge of Fitchburg where the asphalt stops and the gravel starts, and come back. That's about a 10, 12-mile ride. But others turn around at Monticello or Belleville or Monroe or go all the way to the border. And so we ride together to County Highway M, and the Fitchburg Police Department escorts us across the county highway, and then it's every person for themselves. And generally you find someone who wants to ride the same speed and distance, and we all go together. We have rest stops that are unstaffed, but they have snacks and drinks on the way. And so just a $15 or more donation to Bike Fitchburg gets you into the mix. And we remind you that you should get a trail pass that costs $5 for a day. Normally trail passes are for the day, daily trail passes are for the day that you buy them. But I talked to the DNR, and trail passes purchased that Friday will be honored until 7 a.m. Saturday.
I was going to say, if you make it to the border and then you're like, oh man, it's midnight and I got to turn around and come back.
And my trail pass is has expired. But people who are athletes and who are working hard at it can make it to the border and back by midnight. But if you're like
that's
me,
pretty darn good.
That is really fast.
Wow.
That's 80 miles. If you're like me, you will get back by 5 a.m.
And you go all night?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that sounds like to me I'd spend the night.
don't plan anything for Saturday morning.
There you go. That's on September 19th, 6:30 p.m. Meet at Seminole Tap.
Yep, and you can register for that, sign the waiver, make your donation on the web, run sign up. There's a link from our website.
All right. Quickly, Bike Fitchburg, a lot of things have happened since the last time we got together. You're wearing the draft pick shirt, which was
so we had that in June.
It
was a great ride. We had wonderful weather. We had about 75 people. We started from Hop House and rode all on trails over to the Great Dane. Then we took some neighborhood streets and then back up neighborhood streets to Delta Beer Lab. And then we went through Madison Indian Springs neighborhood and got on the Cap City Trail and then back to Lacey Road and back to the Hop House. And amazing time was had by all.
75 is a good number to go out there.
Yeah, that was the initial version. It was very well received, so I'm sure it will be back next year.
All right, and then we have the bike stations. You kind of already talked a little bit about it. But the 21 stations now across the city of Fitchburg with the BCycle. I mean, again, it's all about access to what is already an awesome infrastructure here in Fitchburg.
Yep. The normal model for funding a BCycle station of, say, 8 docks and 4 bikes is so the memberships cover the cost of operations, but we usually use business sponsorships to cover the cost of the stations, like Limerick. So a business improvement district or the landlord of a business park or something can pay for a station. But what happens then is that you get very inequitable distribution. So the city applied and was successful in getting a federal transportation alternatives grant. And that grant allowed us to place stations in areas with an equity focus where there wouldn't normally be sponsorship. So now we have 4 stations west of the Verona Road and all through the city, in the northern parts of the city where you might not, where it might be hard to get sponsorships, where they're principally residential. So check out madison.bcycle.com. You can see the map. The system operates from March through December, but if you buy an annual membership, which is the best deal, then it'll take you into next year. And it's a great value. And I know a couple of people, they put a BCycle station into the south end of McKee Farms Park, and so Alder Jetzer hops on a BCycle to come over to City Hall now. Jason Adamani rides to work every day on a BCycle at Assist,
right there,
and saves his family. He's got kids that are growing into driving age, and he doesn't have to buy a new car.
It works.
No,
it really
saves
works. If you can make it work.
Yep.
I mean,
it depends on the station locations, but if there are stations that are convenient to you, it can be a real blessing. And it's a great way to get downtown Madison for entertainment or sports, and you don't have to park on somebody's lawn for $50. In fact, I will put in a plug for the Bike Fed, which is providing again this year the bike corral at Camp Randall. Oh. So Thursday night, you can hop on a BCycle and go down and drop it off at a station, or you can take your own bike, and right behind UW Credit Union on the Southwest Path, park your bike for free. There'll be an attendant. Do take your own lock. save the parking and save being on the road with the crazies after the game.
Yeah, you can get out of there quick.
Yep.
Safely, of course, but
Yep.
Quick. All right, and finally, just the Bike and Ped Commission, for
Yep.
folks interested in maybe learning more about
Sure.
kind of the work behind the scenes, so to speak, but how Bike Fitchburg is
Yep.
partnered with that and whatnot. What's
Well,
that?
so I already mentioned our partnership, and the Bike Fitchburg lobbies the city, and the city is our great partner along with the chamber. But the way the city works is that there's a bicycle committee, which this year was upgraded to a bicycle and pedestrian commission. Instead of reporting to the plan commission, they now report directly to the council. And their work this year has been to update our 2017 bicycle and pedestrian plan. That guides the city in putting in new infrastructure and so on. If you're a bicyclist and you're wondering when they're going to pave the shoulders of Whalen Road, or how we ever going to get to Oregon safely, or to the Greenfield neighborhood without having to go on the busy rural roads, that's where to look and where to provide your input.
All right, Steve, thank you so much for coming in as always, and stay safe out there. We look forward to having you back here next
Good.
year, sir.
Glad to have you.